Shut the door. That woman has ears that can hear sunshine. So you came. You all came. Christine, you were so young when you left. Is it graduate school that you're in now, or haven't you started yet?
No, I'm in my first year.
Joe, I stopped counting the husbands after the third.
So did I. After I found out you didn't have to marry them to sleep with them.
As I remember it, you found that out in junior high school. Frederica, poor Freddie. Is it pills or alcohol this time, or both?
Please, isn't it enough that I came?
You think so? After 9 years, my loving daughter, you keep taking those pills, and one night you'll go like your mother did.
Well, shall we talk about what we're supposed to be here for?
She's out there listening. If she hears one word of this, your lives won't be worth a red cent.
No, she's gone out. It looks like she's heading towards the barn.
Shall I keep the door open so we can hear her just in case she tries to sneak back in?
My fears amuse you.
Am I amused?
The old man is imagining things. Is that what you...
We all imagine somebody's out to murder us at one time or another.
She is slowly poisoning me to death. Is that such a hard thing to believe? She's murdered before, hasn't she?
We didn't come all the way up here to decide whether or not she killed her first husband. The point is, Father believes she's trying to kill him.
But you don't believe it. None of you do.
I believe it.
Yes, you must. Even you, Alex. Even you would never have come home if you thought I was dying of natural causes.
And your wife knows this? She knows why we're here?
No. She thinks you came home because I begged you to. I told her I needed your forgiveness. And you needed my money.
Well, I hope she believed you, for our sakes.
You haven't accused her, have you? To her face?
She called me a senile old fool and even offered to phone Sheriff Nolan for me.
Maybe that's what we should...
No!
Don't you understand, Freddie? The people of this town have been waiting exactly 10 years for something like this to happen. Our father would rather be murdered than laughed at.
The righteous don't laugh. They cluck. I believed in her innocence. I believed her. I was wrong.
What do you want us to do?
Save my life.
The question is, how do we save it? She knows you won't let us go to the police, so we can't threaten her with that. Just what exactly do you want us to do?
Get rid of her.
How?
Kill her!
Don't be so ridiculous. Really, Joe, couldn't you see the humor
The
that
one
Father...
thing I have never seen in our father is a sense of humor.
I was going to say the humor he's in. That was only his way of making a strong point. He wasn't asking us to literally commit murder.
I'm not so sure about that.
Don't be ridiculous.
Excuse me.
Freddie. Listen, I'll get her a cup of coffee. I came to get a cup of coffee. It's for Freddie.
Well, let me fix it for you.
Sit by the stove. This weather chills right through the walls.
Please.
Does Mrs. Killian still work for my father?
Yes. Yes, but she's been ill. She cooked up the basics of a Christmas Eve dinner last night. She kind of expected she wouldn't be well enough to come in today. But how she walks through those boards, even when she's feeling her best, I'll never know. They scare me to death. I've got dinner in the oven, but it'll be a good while before it's ready. There's some nice cheese if you need something to hold you.
No, thank you. I'll just get Freddie her coffee. She's not feeling very well.
Yes. I understand from your father that she also takes pills. If that's the case, she shouldn't be drinking so much alcohol.
She shouldn't be drinking any at all.
It's heartbreaking. A girl so beautiful and so young. I overheard Alex telling your father that Frederica's never gotten over your mother's death. What it's done to her. Does Frederica still blame your father for your mother's death?
I think so. Yes.
Most of us can never accept the terrible fact of suicide. But I suppose drinking a little too much is better than going a little too mad, as I did. Your coffee's ready.
Thank you.
She knew he was carrying on with that woman.
Why did he do it? Did he think she was going to give him the sons mother couldn't? That murderess? Oh, Chris, sweet girl. You didn't know what was going on in this house. You were just a child.
I remember.
He'd leave Mother crying in her room while he drove across town to see her. Elizabeth Hall. Elizabeth Hall Morgan now. Mother would have left a note. Not for him, for us. She loved us. She loved us. I haven't been loved since the day she died. Of a broken heart. Didn't she, Chris? Didn't she die of a broken heart? Didn't she die of a broken heart?
Yes, Freddie. Yes, I guess she did. Look, Freddie, why don't we get dressed in something nice and come on downstairs to dinner? It's almost ready.
I'm having my dinner.